How's it going, everyone? It's Max from Max's Film Corner, and today I'm diving into the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. Did we need it? Probably not, but we're here now, so let's dive deep. So the movie kicks off exactly kind of like the original film. You have five friends: Ava, Danica, Teddy, Milo, and Stevie. And essentially it's 4th of July. They're all at Danica and Teddy's engagement party. They decide to go see fireworks on Reaper's Path or whatever the fuck they called it in the movie. And someone almost hits them, crashes their car, and dies. And it's just like the original film. Then you fast forward a year later, and Danica gets a note from the fisherman. I know what you did last summer. It's literally like almost beat for beat the exact same thing. One thing I will say about this film is it's very like almost unrealistic. Like it's very rich and the characters are so like just not realistic to me. It almost felt like an episode of like Love Island for the first 20 minutes.
What's the difference between a county and a country?
No, I have not watched Love Island. Every girl I know watches Love Island though. My girlfriend actually doesn't, but all of her friends do, and they all fucking talk about it. So yeah, I've seen clips and it's just ridiculous. So that's how I compare it to it. But anyways, so yeah, starting out with some of the positives. The sound design, I think, was really one of the better things of the entire film. It made the fisherman sound very menacing. It made moments seem very tense and actually kind of had you on your edge of your seat for a little while. So I think that worked very well. The nostalgic moments in the film are great. There's some one-liners. You have the two legacy characters. You have nostalgic locations in terms of like things that were in the original film that they kind of brought back. And just things like that were nice. They hit home. I really enjoyed those elements of the film. And then beyond that, like it was just overall cheesy, kind of campy. It was fun. I didn't really expect much out of this film, so I think I had a better time with it than most will. Because now I'm going to get into some of the negatives because there are a few. And with these negatives, I'm just going to state it now. This is going to be spoiler city. So if you have not seen the film, leave. I think overall the writing for the film was just kind of what the fuck. Like some of the dialogue was shitty. And then overall the story was just like meh. But I don't really think that the whole point of the movie was to have some stellar story. I mean, it's a slasher film. So then you have that. The editing in the film, there was like some moments where I felt like it would cut away and I'd feel like I'd miss something. So I don't know if that was just like rushed or maybe it was just something on my end I just didn't realize. Then you have like this whodunit style aspect of the film. So you have, multiple characters in the entire film. You have some I feel that were thrown in there just to kind of divert you from, who the killer was, make you kind of question it, especially towards like the back half of the movie. Because a lot of those characters, like I'm saying, like for example, like the priest and like the girl that was helping the priest, whatever, like they kind of made it seem like it could have been them, like as the killer, the fisherman or whatever, but that just like never happened. That just didn't work for me because it was like that was the only point for them to really be in the story. I mean, they kind of tied to the dude that died in the beginning of the film, but I don't know. It was just kind of like whatever to me. While the fisherman was very, aggressive and intimidating, the kills were super lackluster. Like there was maybe one kill that was pretty like gruesome. But overall they were pretty lackluster. The blood was it was pretty scarce. And then not only was the blood scarce, but it was just all CGI. So it looked like total dog shit. There was no like chase scenes either. I feel like the first two movies, you got like a ton of chase scenes in the films. And I felt like that was kind of more of like a staple of this franchise, but there was none. Like everything was pretty like close quarters, for the fishermen, like attacking them. Getting into like the legacy characters, like you have Julie James, where she almost is like kind of like Laurie Strode in like the Halloween remake, where she doesn't really want anything to do with it. Then of course, she towards the end comes in to save the day. It's like the typical, requel quota, I guess, if you want to say that. And her character was just okay. Like, she had some lines that just were just meh to me. And then, of course, at the end, she has like the "what are you waiting for" line. And it was supposed to be kind of like, you know, something that kind of hits like a fuck yeah moment, but it just wasn't. It was like a laughable moment, because personally I think that line in the original movie is kind of funny. And then to kind of have it in a more serious tone, or at least it seemed like it was meant to be more serious in this film, it just did not fucking hit for me. But that's okay. What I really wanted to get to and to talk about, and this is like the biggest fucking gripe I have with the film, is the use of Ray. Okay, so Ray's character now, okay, well, let's start with the relationship between Ray and Julie, okay? So you have these two characters. They were in both the first and the second movie together. Were the love interest together. Ray is like the hero, comes to save the day. Julie's a badass as well. So you fast forward to this movie. You come to know that they were married, but now it's like they're at each other's teeth. Like, they fucking hate each other. They don't want anything to do with each other. And I feel like you just needed a little more to that. I needed to know a little more about why they would be this way, especially because they were like some of the most level-headed characters in the original two films. It just doesn't even make sense to me. So that was kind of weird. But then you get Ray, right? So fast forward, he basically is just kind of old, grumpy dude that owns a bar now. At least that's the way it seems. And then as the movie goes on, you have this character, Stevie, as part of the friend group. She kind of has this motive that they all left her behind when like her dad left the family and like took her college money and spent it. So you have this motive already with her that could easily be a killer motive. So she was kind of given away early, but then, you know, she works at Ray's bar. So then they have kind of like this little dynamic with her and Ray, and you have like a scene where Ray is like, you know, I told your dad I wouldn't let you, you know, wouldn't let anyone hurt you, blah, blah, or that I'd, you know, protect you or whatever. And when that happened, I was like, oh shit, dude, like my worst fear is about to happen. And that worst fear, ladies and gentlemen, is fucking the reveal at the end of the film that Ray is the accomplice. He's the main killer of the film.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
What the fuck? Like, seriously? I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because the reasoning is literally that they were trying to erase the trauma, erase what happened, you know, back in 1997, erase the legacy. And it's like, dude, I just cannot buy that at all. Number one, like, I get the trauma and the time and maybe like that being, you know, affecting someone a little differently, but I just can't buy that for his character. He was literally like the savior, the hero of the other two movies, level-headed as shit. And you tell me that he ends up being the killer of this fucking film? What? I mean, don't get me wrong. This film is fun. Like, I did enjoy the film. I had a good time with it. It was cringy. It was cheesy. It had me on the edge of my seat a few times. The kills are nothing special, but when have they ever been special? But that was like the one fucking stinker of the whole film for me that I just could not stand. And I'll probably... I don't know. I don't think that mindset's going to change with that. Maybe if they, you know, they come with the sequel, which, by the way, there is an end credits sequence with Brandy and Julie James. And even that was kind of cheesy. It was like, literally, Julie comes to her house, like, in the middle of the night, and she's like, shows her another note, and she's like, it says like it's not over or whatever, and Brandy's like, all right, whose ass do we have to kick now? And it's like, what is this, like the fucking Avengers? Like, don't get me wrong though, I love Brandy's character in the second movie. I'm all for it. I'm all for a sequel for this film. Let's be real. Like, I just love slasher films, and even if it's goofy, and I really did not like the twist in the way that they used Ray in the film, like, whatever. I'm still about it. Overall, this film, if you compare it to like Scream 5, Scream 6, I would say it's pretty on that level. You might like the Scream movies a little more. I think I like the Scream movies a little bit more. If you are a fan of the franchise, you'll definitely like the movie. You'll definitely get a kick out of like some of the elements and nostalgic throwbacks of the film. If you're a critic or a casual viewer, you might fucking hate this film. Who knows? It's fun. We haven't had a good slasher in a while. I'm not saying this is great by any means, but it's at least passable. I would probably give this a solid like 6.5 out of 10, or like 3 out of 5 stars. What did you think of the film? What did you think of the twist? Did you think it was as stupid and crazy as I thought it was? Let me know in the comments down below. I really look forward to having that discussion with y'all. And it feels good to be back. So, thanks. I'm out.